Hello and welcome to the video. This is just a quick little tip on altering just standard feather cushion pads to box cushions. I've just made some soft box style scatter cushions, and when I put the inners in, the little pointy bits of the corners tended to make a bit of a lumpy mess in the corner of the cushion because it has like a box side, a nice rounded box side, and I thought it spoilt it a bit, so I amended a cushion just to see. I actually don't have the correct feather pads for the cushions I've made because I wasn't asked to supply them. I'm only making the covers, but I have a spare other size one here I'm just going to demonstrate on. So basically I want to get rid of this pointy ear and turn it into more of a box shape, and the simplest way I've found to do that is to just push that in. The cushions I've made have a 2-inch border all the way around, like a side gusset, like very similar to a box cushion. Well, it's exactly the same in fact. So I'm going to make this cushion roughly 2 inches. I'm going to actually make it slightly bigger because, as we all know, feather pads are bigger than smaller. And simply all you do is push that corner in like that, and that's what, about 3 1/4, not far off. And then I'll put a pin in there just to hold it in place like that, and then I'm just going to machine over the top of there. There's no need for hand sewn or anything fancy, it's only a feather pad, it goes inside, and then you'll get a boxier shape to the pillow. And obviously do that on all 4 sides. And one note of caution, you'll make the cushion a lot smaller. This is actually an 18 by 14, so that's 18 inches. Once I've done that, I just mock this one up the same. I'm going to obviously reduce the size of that top by that 3 inches, I would say 3 1/4. So there's my corner. That's 12, 13, 14 1/2. So yeah, I've reduced the size of that now by 3 1/2 inches. So you do need to start with a much bigger cushion than you need, and obviously the size of that cushion will depend on how big you make the border at the sides, how big you make these. I want these cushions to be quite plump, so I did them that sort of size, and they fitted in really nicely into that 2-inch. And any wrinkling here just didn't show anything like as much as the original corner, which just had nowhere to go. Sort of flapping around. So I'll just machine that up just so you can see how it looks when it's finished. Well, there we go. I actually did both corners just so you could see, and it takes on that boxy shape immediately. And of course the beauty of doing this is if you do away with those cushions and you want to reuse the feather pads, because they last for a long time, the feather pads, and they're not cheap, you can just unpick that and revert to a standard cushion pad. I'll just show them in those cushions that I made. Actually, this will be just stuffed in one corner because, like I said, they're really big, those that I've made, and I didn't have any cushions that size. There we go. So there you can see that it fills that. Actually, it's very hard to do it with a cushion that's not big enough because it doesn't stay. It doesn't want to stay in the corner. But I'll just... There we go. So it keeps that corner squared like it wants to be, like it should be. And these edges nice and flat. Otherwise, the seam sort of, I don't know, and you get this thing inside here that feels like it distorts the shape of it. So there we go. If I didn't have on the right size, I could have shown you fully complete, but it's just to demonstrate. Thank you. Goodbye.